Hi there, Miranda Alt here with Keller Williams Success Real Estate, the Miranda Alt team with your Monday market update for Monday. What day is it? February 5th, 2023. Thanks for watching. I'm dressing like it's spring because I'm going to pretend because we've had some beautiful weather in the last few days and the market is responding to the beautiful weather. I was on social media yesterday talking about our first time home buyer seminar coming up this week. And we're going to be talking with all our buyers. Everyone's coming out of the woodwork. It's like when the sun shines and we have some 45 and 50 degree days, it's like everyone's ready for spring. The daffodils start coming up. We've got things happening. So it is spring as far as I'm concerned. At least I'm going to keep telling myself that until we get another 2 feet of snow, which you know that's coming. You know it's going to happen. March is going to be here and we're going to be like, oh, we made it. And then it's going to dump 12 feet of snow on us and it's going to suck. Anyway, but until then, we've got some really promising numbers to look at. Believe it or not, the January numbers are in for MRED, which is exciting for me because usually it takes a few weeks for them to gather all the numbers for us to get our statistics about what happened in January. So we're usually like a month behind, well, a couple weeks behind, but all the numbers are in. So we're going to talk about those in just a moment, but let's take a quick look at the McHenry County numbers for the last 7 days. We had 105 new listings. We had 83 under contract, 68 closed sales, 32 price changes, and 3 expired. I feel like it's Christmas morning. We've got 105 new listings. This is like the most we've had in a very long time. So it's all very promising. I was getting emails constantly about new listings that were coming up. My phone has been ringing from buyers wanting to go out and see properties, from sellers wanting me to come and list their properties. So things are starting to move for sure. We're definitely having that sort of like, okay, here it comes kind of feeling. Now, last week the Feds met. So in terms of interest rates, the Feds decided that they got the soft landing that they were hoping for. Inflation has been coming down. We've got some strong job reports. We've got some strong economic reports. The stock market is doing well. So therefore, the Feds don't really want to do anything because they sort of accomplished the goal they were going for. They achieved this soft landing without a recession so far. So far, so good. But they also said that good news is not bad news because typically good news in the economy is bad news for interest rates, meaning that they aren't going to be cutting rates at all. But they said that's not going to be the case, indicating that we still could see some rate cuts coming throughout the year. They're probably not going to happen in March like we were hoping. But as we go through the year and some more economic data comes in, I think that we'll find that we do have a smidge of a recession, and there are definitely people out there that are hurting as prices have gone up and they've kind of like stayed up. They certainly haven't come down on goods and services. So I think that, as the year progresses, we're still going to get some rate cuts, and it should be, maybe in the low 6s by the end of the year. We're still holding at the mid 6s, low 7s, high 6, low 7s. Again, your interest rate is always going to be determined by your credit score, your income, your debt to income ratio. There's a lot of things that go into each person's interest rate that they would get should they go get a loan. So you can't just say, oh, the interest rates are blank. But that's where they're at right now. So let's take a look at some other things. January numbers are in. Yay. I said that for MRED. Prices here were up 8% in January in Crystal Lake. Now this is year over year. So from a year ago, January, prices are up 8% in Crystal Lake, 4% in Cary, 7% in Algonquin, 7% in Lake in the Hills. So overall, prices are still up from last year, from 2023. And we don't expect that to go anywhere. If anything, they're probably going to continue to go up. Why? Because we have low inventory still. Now, one thing to think about is that we have had more new builds going up all over the country, but here in Northern Illinois, we've got some new builds going up, not quite like they are in Texas and Florida. I've talked to some friends who are in the Texas and Florida markets, and they're banging out houses like crazy, and that's actually bringing some prices down. They're getting a little bit of relief from the increased prices. Around here, we're not going quite that fast. We have new builds coming, which is great, giving us more inventory, but not like out there. We had 461 new homes sold in McHenry County in 2023. The average sales price of those new builds is $375,000. That's up 7.3% year over year. Inventory for all types of home, both detached and attached, in McHenry County overall is 2.9 months inventory. So that's for the whole county where, remember we talk about inventory in terms of how many months it takes to sell out of whatever is currently listed. Between 4 and 6 months inventory is a fair and balanced market. Under 4 months inventory is a seller's market. So we're definitely still in a seller's market, but we've got more inventory overall in McHenry, but that includes, Hebron and Marengo and some of those places that don't have as much, as many transactions as some of the bigger cities like Crystal Lake. In Lake in the Hills, for single family homes, we only have 1 month's inventory. If you're looking at all property types, meaning 2 and 4 unit homes, attached homes, if you're looking at everything, we have slightly more inventory. But for single family homes, we only have 1 month's inventory in Lake in the Hills. We have only 0.9 months inventory in Cary and 1.1 months inventory in Crystal Lake. Now, believe it or not, in Crystal Lake, that's actually down 8% year over year. So we have less homes for sale right now than we did even this time last year. Attached homes, like I said, are a little bit more. But if you look at overall our housing market in the McHenry County area, we've got some promising numbers looking towards spring of 2024. So I'm excited. I think we're going to have a great spring. I think prices are going to hold pretty steady. If you're a buyer, right now you might have a little bit more of an opportunity to do some negotiating if you get into a home. We are still seeing multiple offers on many homes. I showed 2 properties over the weekend. Both had multiple offers. Both were cute as a button though. Oh my goodness. And if you really want the home, we can get you that home under contract. My team, we really know how to do this quite well. All of our buyers last year got on a contract and something they're really excited about. And again, we do still have those new builds. So if you're thinking about buying a home, maybe a new build is the way to go. I know a lot of those builders are still offering some of those interest rate incentives. I know we have a buyer that's locking in at 5.5% with the new build. So that's something to consider as well. So that's kind of a quick look at our numbers in McHenry County and what's happening. It's going to be a really exciting spring. I am pumped. If you need some help, please give us a call. Please come to our first time home buyer seminar this Thursday. It's February 8th at 6:30 at Duke's Ale House and Kitchen in Crystal Lake. We'll be talking about the market and all things that everybody needs to know in order to buy your first home. Thanks so much for watching. I'm Miranda Alt with Keller Williams Success Real Estate. I hope you have a great rest of your Monday. Bye-bye.